All right, today's Thursday, Theta Thursday, and appropriately, we're doing a Theta trade today. Today is the last day of or the official last day of our 0DTE project number one, or challenge number one. This is something we did. We started on December 6th, and the whole idea behind this was to take one 0DTE strategy and just follow it just by the rules and record the whole thing, document the whole thing, and just keep track and see how it performs. And this was the first system we looked at, and today is day 20 of that, so that's like a complete month. There's like 20 trading days in a month. So today is day 20, and this system, this 0DTE strategy that we've been trading, has performed very well, and I'll probably continue to trade it. I'll probably include tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. This is the Thursday today, so tomorrow's Friday. I'll probably do tomorrow's trade, and then we'll leap into next week. I'll probably just continue to trade this strategy, just using the funds, the money, the profits that we made over this last month as our risk amount. So we take all of our personal risk, or all my personal money risk, off the table, and we're playing with only house money going forward. And then the plan is to scale it from there. So again, this is the last day of this. We're going to put this trade on just as I got it, and I'm going to try to get 80 for this, 80 bucks.
More difficult with the stuff that we're doing here, but if you're only a single contract trader right now, yeah, most of you guys should be one.
All right, so there we go. We got filled, and we're off and running. So every day when I come in here and I do these recordings, I'm starting more and more to like kind of eavesdrop in, move into this trading room that I'm a part of. We're doing this trade that I call the Vince strategy. It's a micro futures day trading strategy that also is performing really well. And every morning we get in on the room here with Rod, and he kind of walks us through. Like it's a really cool environment. It's a great way to spend the morning. So let's just tune into this for a little bit. We'll kind of like see what's going on in there, and then if we get bored of that, I'll move over to one of our playlists. So let's see how this last official trading day of this challenge goes, and we're off and running, and here we go.
These rules that are what they are for every single market condition all the time. You'll have just too many sticky notes. On the NASDAQ here, what's one of the reasons to always take profit right now on that second contract on the long side? Why would you be taking profit up here in this area right here on the long side right now with that second contract in this area? Well, I'll answer it for you, because that's what the market is showing and giving you right now. So far, can't really get outside the zone meaningfully. Haven't had that that test of VWAP yet. By the way, this is like such a tradable lane right now. So this is something that I talk about occasionally, and again, only really possible with proper sizing and micros and risk management, is I really would rather prefer the market come down to the -2s or lower to allow me to have more inventory, rather than go up and hit my target at 508. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I don't want it to go up and hit 508. I only have a single contract on again. How nice will it be to actually root for unprofitable trade for a little while, because you're just comfortable and you know what's going on? Now we'll see what happens here. What I think is going to happen is we stall out right here at this level. So I'm going to see if I can have my cake and eat it too. All right. So we're out there now. I'm not going to leave 507s but I'm going to just sell this at market and take it off, and then come back in and just rebuy the same level again. right there at 464s. Did anyone follow along with this here? Give me one in the chat if you followed along with this 464 entry, which is the visible range on a 5-minute. It's this yellow line right here. Gang, it's always easy when it's working, but this is so dead ass simple. It really is. It's just dead ass simple. You have, if you put a 34 on here, you have, you can put some other level if you want. You can even, God forbid, pick structure on a 5-minute candle if you want. Plus, the proper VWAP is 507. So if you wanted to take if you wanted to take profit at 507, that would be right up here at 507. I'm actually just going to put a short in here at that level. I assure you, if you want to know that the vast majority of traders are just shooting in the dark, just watch that Top Step stream every day. Even, good, well-intentioned guys like all those guys, Eddie, Hogue, Michael, they can't trade for shit. They're guessing on all this crap. It's always this, you know, I just listen to it. I'm like, what strategy are you actually trading? That's a failed auction at the single prints at this and that and this. I mean, what are you doing? What level exactly are you going to get in at? And then where's your target? And in our world, we don't even have to talk about stops because we're just managing risk on a session basis. But right now on the NASDAQ, I don't even have to think about stops. In fact, I want to get a fill at 428. So I have no stop at 464 because I want to add another one at 428.
Order filled.
All right, let's take a look at the S&P over here. Same thing. I can give us a strategy to trade right here on the S&P too, which it would be, I'm going to buy this yellow line, and then I'm going to buy basically low of day. Then I'm going to look at what the -2s are actually. They're 39s. So that's fine. I'll just leave them there at 38s. There we go. Now we got strategy for the S&P too.
Order filled.
Nasdaq's trying to get through this little chop channel, but can't quite. Yeah, you guys were right on what I was saying is we haven't broken VWAP at all. So take the little
Order
options
filled.
the market's given you up until, look at it. You guys see the reversal in the Russell? Well, not quite yet. Your first target on the range trader on the Russell would be 2003 if you had a position here. I mean, I wouldn't want to let it go all the way back down. Okay. There we go. Checking in with the ZN and the ZB, both doing nothing, although the ZB did pop a whopping 4 ticks off of the bottom there. My brain is slower today, or I need what Rod is drinking. Oleados, baby. Did a little pour over today with some Partana. This is the stuff. Get yourself a big old can. That's how you do it in the old school with the can. Look at that. Look at the graphics on that thing. You got the donkey. That's where we're going to have our meetup in Sicily. Screw Vegas. We're going to go to Sicily. Sicily. All right. Getting ready to take some trades over here on the funded accounts. Need this to come down a little bit more. There we go. We got a fill on the NASDAQ here at that level. I like the prompt they have here. Order filled. Sounds way less aggressive than the dude over on Trade.
Order filled.
That Trade guy is so aggressive. All right, we're gonna get this going on in every single account. Let me join the bid here. There we go. And I'm gonna move this down to the -2s. Oh. You know what I like to do? Let me move this over so what we can do is like watch the dome there on the left. Where's price? Here we go. It's down here.
Order filled.
Yes. Rod Kahn and Palermo. There we go. All right, got stopped out there. Oh, it wouldn't let me do that. Just, uh, how's that for a move? We might be the best ever. I think we're like the best ever. This I'm just gonna take this here. We got a nice move there on the NASDAQ. Why is it not? No. There we go. All right, and then we made money here on this S&P too. Just close that. I'm gonna exit that. Nice move. up and everything's up. No. Just trade it each individually. I'd love to see if we can get that kind of loose challenge going. Well, what we have to first start with is where everyone's at. Like who give me one in the chat if you have 10 or more funded accounts. 10 or more PAs. Give me one in the chat. One in the chat if you have 10 or more PAs. I'd just like to see how many where we're at. I know that 10 or more. How about 5 or more? 5 or more PAs. Who has 5 or more funded accounts?
Order filled.
This is actually good. It's good to know this kind of stuff. All right. Okay, so we have at least 4 or 5 people. What we should do is come up with some. I'd love feedback from you guys on what kind of challenge we want to give ourselves. Just it's not a competition, but kind of accountability, and we can track it.
All right, so let's pull up our handy dandy Excel sheet. So today is day 20. This is the final official day of the challenge. Like I said, we're going to continue on with this. It's just been performing so well that I'm going to keep going with this. But this will be the official, the first month, the test, the qualifying month that kind of qualified this strategy to bring it into the fold with all the other trades I'm doing. So let's say today is 1/4/24. And today we made $50. And that was on a risk of 415. So this trade took about 15 minutes. It was a nice quick one, a quickie. And we took the full amount on this one. So there is the results for our final day here, unless we get another trade here. Let's just go ahead and recalculate all this to make sure that these numbers are right, these final numbers. So let's go down this profit column here. And so over the last month, we've made a total of $925. Our losses were 270. So when we subtract 270 from 925, our total final results for 20 days is $655. And let's just see what that is on the calculator here. So we say $655 divided by 420, which was the most that was ever at risk in any of these trades. So we'll say divided by 420 gives us a return of 155%. So 155% in less than a month, or in 20 trading days. So that's phenomenal. That's a great return. And I mean, we more than doubled the money. So now the next step is on this is we'll just take the money that we made on this, the $655 right here. We'll take this money and then we'll just start over using this money. So I'm taking all my personal money off the table. All my personal risk is gone. I have nothing at risk, and we'll just use the money that was made through this first month of trading. And then we'll just continue trading this strategy going forward and work on scaling it from there. All right, so that's it for today. Unless there's another opportunity that may come up before the trading day is over, like a double dip opportunity, keep my eye out for that. And if you'd like to follow along with me on this trade, just make sure that you're subscribed to this YouTube channel below. Just hit that subscribe button and also join me on my website. I'll leave a link to my website in the description below. Just go over there, sign up for my free email newsletter. As soon as you sign up for that, you'll get a welcome email from me. Just reply back to that welcome email and say, hey, I'd like to follow you with your 0 DTE trades, and I'll get back to you and we'll go from there. All right, that's it for this one. See you next time.